Imagine this. The United States, the most powerful country in the world, wants to take control of a territory that does not belong to it. Not through open war, not through a military invasion, but through political pressure, security arguments, and diplomacy. That territory is called Greenland, and the person most determined to acquire it is Donald Trump. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not political gossip. These are official statements repeated publicly and taken seriously by governments around the world. The question is, why Greenland? Why is Trump so obsessed with it? And more importantly, what is really at stake here? Stay until the end because the answer is far bigger than just a frozen island. Greenland is the largest island in the world. Politically, it is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, but it has its own self-governing authority and the right to determine its future. For years, Greenland was seen as a remote land covered in ice, but on the global geopolitical map, Greenland holds an extremely strategic position. It sits between North America, Europe, and the Arctic region. In military terms, this location is critical because it controls air routes, sea lanes, and early missile warning systems. The United States has long maintained a military base in Greenland, which plays a key role in its defense strategy. This is where America's deep interest in Greenland truly begins. Donald Trump has openly stated that the United States needs Greenland for national security. The threats he points to are clear: Russia and China. The Arctic is no longer a frozen, irrelevant region. Climate change is melting the ice, opening new shipping routes, and expanding military access. Russia has significantly increased its military presence in the Arctic. China, despite not being an Arctic nation, now calls itself a near-Arctic state and has invested heavily in the region. In Trump's view, if the United States does not act now, this strategic territory could fall under the influence of its rivals. For him, Greenland is not about routine diplomacy. It is about long-term American defense. There is another reason that is rarely stated openly. Greenland holds vast natural resources, including rare earth minerals that are essential for modern technology, renewable energy, electric vehicles, and advanced weapons systems. Today, the world depends heavily on China for these minerals. For the United States, that dependence represents a major strategic risk. By controlling Greenland, the U.S. could secure its future supply chains and strengthen its dominance in both industrial and military sectors. Although Trump has repeatedly claimed this is not about money, in geopolitics, natural resources always translate into power. The problem is that this plan triggered strong backlash. The Danish government firmly rejected it. Greenland's political leaders united in declaring that their land is not for sale and that they do not want to become part of the United States. They emphasized the right of the Greenlandic people to determine their own future. This situation created serious diplomatic tension because Denmark is a close U.S. ally and a member of NATO. For the first time in a long while, the United States was seen as threatening the sovereignty of a fellow ally. Many analysts warned that this move could undermine international law and damage trust between nations. So why is Donald Trump so determined to take over Greenland? Because in his view, Greenland is the key to Arctic defense, a barrier against Russian and Chinese influence, a reservoir of future strategic resources, and a symbol of American global dominance. But to the rest of the world, this is a major test of sovereignty and international law. Greenland is no longer a forgotten frozen island. It has become a geopolitical flashpoint. The real question is no longer whether Trump is serious, but whether the world is witnessing the early stages of a larger struggle for control of the Arctic. One thing is certain: whatever the outcome, Greenland has become a stage for global power competition, and the world is watching it very carefully.